From hidden coves and rum-soaked hideaways across the seven seas, welcome to Three Grog Night, your map to the myths, flavors, and lost treasures of Tiki. Pour yourself a grog, settle into the shadows of the bamboo bar, and join us for tonight's adventure.
Howdy and aloha, and welcome to the fourth episode of Three Grog Night. Three friends, three mugs, and endless stories. My name is Mike Gordon, and joining me, as always, is Jen and Jonathan.
Hello!
Howdy and aloha, folks.
Howdy.
How are we doing?
Tired.
Pretty good. It's been a busy April.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it is. It is getting busier all the time, it feels like. But pardon me if my voice sounds a little under the weather. I just did a con this weekend, so and of course I was all paneled up and chatting with friends all weekend. So little strained here, but we continue. And what's better way to continue than with some grog, right? So, but in order to have grog, we need our mugs. So, Jen, I guess we'll start with you. What's your mug of the show? What is that? Is that a cat? No, it's an owl.
Okay, so a lot of people
I love that mug.
a lot of people will say this is technically not a tiki mug. It is a drinking vessel.
Okay.
Here we'll get in. There we go. Let's get in. See all the designs. So this was the official mug release for the Magicians Guild at the Magic Castle in California.
Nice.
And I think this came out in November. I'm not sure who designed it because they didn't say, but Tiki Farm made it. And I don't know how many they made. But basically, so there's an owl in the lobby of the Magic Castle.
Have you been inside the Magic Castle?
Yeah, I wish. No, it's private. It's a private club. You got to be invited or go to.
I know that, but
event there, yeah.
I know people who've been in there, so yeah, it wouldn't be unusual. Let's put it.
I would love to be there, but I'll be corrected here. It's actually the Academy of Magical Arts that released this. So there's a lobby owl there. The owl mug is styled after the lobby to gain entry into the magical confines. You have to speak to the owl. So again, it was produced by Tiki Farm, and this one has, well, they say 14 karat gold is in the glaze in these accents.
Oh.
It's 8 inches tall.
Seems like it would make it a very pricey mug.
It holds 16 ounces. Oops, keep hitting my mic. Hand wash only, of course. I don't know that I'm ever going to drink out of this one. This is a very thin spout here. I do have a brush that would fit down in there. But this was only $50 when it came out.
Nice.
Which I think is a really good deal. And I would love to go to the Magic Castle one day. I love Houdini and old school magic. So that's why I had to buy it. And yeah, I love it. And apparently people are already trying to sell this for like $190 on eBay, and a few people have done it. So apparently this is another mug that has to like go in the back of the shelf with my Lord of the Rings Bob, where I'm like, don't touch this.
You need to have a collection that's under glass.
Yeah. and I don't usually like brown mugs. I think I'm one of the weird collectors. I do not like brown glazes, but it's pretty detailed.
Mm-hmm.
You can really see the feathers and stuff. So that's my mug of the month.
That's very nice. Very nice. Jonathan?
Allison actually keeps all of our nicest mugs upstairs behind glass in a curio cabinet. So it's sort of like everybody sees my collection is like, oh, look at all the mugs. It's like, yeah, but the value of all this is about equal by what's in the case upstairs. So I just got back from a work trip to New York. So I felt like I should break out something appropriate, which this is the Otto's Shrunken Head Silver Edition. Otto's, it doesn't really show up quite as well as I might have hoped, given the lighting.
It looks iridescent on camera.
Yeah,
like it has an iridescent glaze.
Yeah, it's just reflecting the multiple screens set up. It's a beautiful silver. I've got a treasure chest in my a jungle section of the Tiki Bar, and it's got all of the solid gold and silver glazed mugs are just in there. But one of the things that's really interesting about it is I find is, you know how mugs lose detail over time, and Otto has had the same like upright shrunken head mug for a very long time. But these solid glazes that fill in still look good. Like the lack of detail, because this glaze is thicker anyway.
Yeah.
The lack of detail isn't as noticeable as it would be in another one. And it's a good. I don't actually have the size. It's about the size of a pint glass though, and it's easy cleaning. So that's my favorite this evening.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. I'm going to go with one, and this has to do with one of my topics we're going to discuss a little bit later. But this is the oldest mug in my collection, and I must say I did not get this when it came out. In fact, I was not born when it came out. I think so. And I don't know, like the date on the bottom, I don't know if that's actually the date of when this mug was made. It could be the copyright date. So I to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about this, but I acquired it, and to be honest with you, I don't even remember how I acquired it. So, but it is a Trader Vic's mug.
Oh, I have that mug.
And like I said, the bottom of it says 1963, Trader Vic's. So I'm guessing that that's the year of the mug, but I don't know that for sure, because it's not the year of when Trader Vic's opened. It's not the year of it might be a year when one of the Trader Vic's opened, because there's been many locations. But it is. I do feel like it is older, because it does seem to show some of that wear and tear that you were talking about, Jonathan. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of the details are not as great on this one, but I bet it's got stories.
So
I think that's a fog cutter.
Yeah, that's the Samoan fog cutter is one of the oldest Tiki mug designs. It is actually I believe it started life as a repurposed flower pot.
I can see that.
Wait, so does yours have speckles on it?
Yeah, that was.
What are speckles? Like I mean, there's
splotches throughout the glaze, like blue splotches. Because if there's blue, like kind of blue splotches, brown splotches, then that means that 1963 is the year that it was made.
So I mean,
and it does have those speckles.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, so then 63 is when your mug was made.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Because they have released that in a few different.
Yes, I do have a newer version of this one.
But so 63 has that robin's egg speckle look in the.
But I have no idea. Like, I don't know. It sounds like this one could be worth a lot, but I have no idea really.
About 100.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
It was first introduced in 1940. And it and the fog cutter, or sorry, not the fog, one of the kava bowls and the skull mug are
the skull mug. I was going
to say part of the earliest Trader Vic's mug lineup.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one. If the skull mug was Vic's, or was that Beachcomber.
The skull mug is very much Vic's.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the patent on it, which is its own piece of gorgeous art, by the way. I've got it. Frank, if you ever check it out, like that dual chambered design of the skull mug is pretty technically innovative. Pretty cool.
So those are our mugs, and now it's time to talk Tiki. So Jen, since you started us with the mugs, I guess you can go first as far as what's on your mind Tiki wise.
Are we doing the news or our topics?
Oh, do we have news too?
Well, you put news and notes.
Oh, I think I just removed it. I just copied it. The Dragon report. I mean, we can do news if anybody
Well,
has
no,
news.
I mean, I'll save news for next month. I went to a new bar opening here, but I actually have like video and photos, so I think
Oh.
I'm going to save that for next episode because I can actually show the video and stuff on the show.
Nice.
But so that's something to look forward to next month, folks. I'll have my review of Paradise Unknown, which is a new bar that just opened downtown here in San Antonio. But my topic for this month.
I do have a little bit of news, and the Atlanta Tiki Home Bar Tour is next month, and it's somewhat unique this time. It seems like the tickets sold out, but people are selling back their tickets. The economy is freaking people out, I think.
Yeah.
So there could very well be tickets if anybody checks at any point, because it's happened twice, and that's never happened before.
Are they selling them in a group or selling them back to you directly?
Generally to keep fraud down. If somebody messages me and is like, "Hey, usually it's you buy it, you bought it."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there were a couple that were like sort of immediate, like, "Hey, I bought these on Saturday and I got hit by a car," or whatever. So that's coming up next month. So there's going to be some great news and footage from that.
Nice. Wow.
And where can people find out more about that?
That would be at atlantatikitour.com or inuhele.com.
All right.
Awesome.
Any news for you, Mike?
I have no news.
Okay.
Again, I forgot I put it on there.
I just tell you were copying and pasting.
I was copying and pasting. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So my discussion topic of this month is I've noticed this quite a bit in the past 3 weeks online, is that I'm seeing more and more Tiki events, and I mean big ones, not just small ones. I mean some pretty big ones, are making event posters with AI. And it's not even like hard to tell because it's like there's waves of certain styles that AI is spitting out that all look like each other every couple of months. I don't want to call out events specifically,
Sure.
but does anyone else find it weird that this is an event that most likely has artists vending and setting up at?
I think it's terrible.
And that events aren't hiring one of those artists to make the art.
I'll jump in and agree. Yeah, I with Mike, I think it's terrible particularly because Tiki is a craftsman, trades art. I mean,
yeah,
DIY and handmade is a feature. And as convenient as it might be to stick your information in and have it spit out 10 social posts that you can just schedule, like, sure, I especially run an event, I see how attractive it would be, but that does nothing to make your build the character of your event.
And you say attractive, but
no, I mean
attractive to use.
No, as a business guy, right?
Yeah,
and because it's easy and it's cost cutting, right? It's
easy and it's fast.
So, but to your point, Jen, I mean, look, there's a lot of Tiki events that I don't go to. A lot of them on the West Coast, and you look at something like the work that Derek has been doing for Tiki Oasis for decades, it seems like. And each one of those has its own unique look, and it's a nice poster, and it's nice. Like you can really flavor the entire event over whatever artwork Derek is producing. And so if you remove that completely, then it becomes pretty generic. And it just loses that human element, that human feel to it.
I understand something small. I understand the impetus to use AI. Like, if you've never thrown an event before, you don't know what you're doing. I understand why somebody might do it then.
I understand.
And I haven't used AI for art. I don't want to. I have used AI to help me catch grammar mistakes because, my grammar check doesn't catch everything. But I don't rely on it because I don't want it to do the thinking for me.
Right.
And I also have ethical concerns about water consumption and all that. But like, I'm throwing an event in 2 weeks.
Right.
And I got one of my vendors who I signed up. That's who, it's not a big poster. It's a flyer. I can make a nice poster out of it, but it was like, I want one of my artists who I have there, because that's not only advertises my event, it advertises the type of art that is going to be on display for sale at the event. I see people in Tiki groups that even somebody's like, look, I made a menu for my home bar. This is a rough sketch. And they use ChatGPT and the comments go after them. And this is somebody's home thing. They're not selling this. This isn't public. And people are like, that's lazy. That's lazy. We're like, why aren't you having the same energy for these big events that
It's a really good point.
are doing this?
It really strays away from the whole thing. I mean, you're trying to market and tell everybody about your event, and most of the comments are full of stuff like, that you just don't want associated with your event. So, and I don't know. I imagine we're talking similarly about the same similar ones. And yeah, I guess we're not going to point any fingers directly, but there was a big event that that I have participated in for a few years, and it means a lot to me. And to see their recent marketing with using AI to put their posters together, I was really like, my first thoughts were like, oh, that just looks terrible, and I have lost interest in this event that I used to look forward to all the time. And the comments were not kind. I mean, sure, some people didn't care, but people who do care are pretty vocal. And I just don't think you want that you don't need that kind of attention. I think in this case there might be such a thing as bad publicity.
Well, I'm also starting to wonder, because the one post that I saw recently, there's no comments on it. They don't have comments disabled. I can comment on it if I want to, but I just can't believe that there's no comments on it. Because it's not a small thing.
It might be one of those things where comments have to be approved.
Oh, maybe.
So,
and it's, when was this posted? Oh, it was 3 days ago. It's still up. And the event has one of their artists that designed their Mai Tai glass, and now people are going to be able to figure out what I'm talking about, at least here. You had one of your artists designed your glassware. Why?
I don't think it's that difficult to figure out. Anybody who's in the Tiki community probably is well aware, I think. So for those people who know, and yeah, it seems to me that it's unnecessary, and it's unwarranted. Because I think also that even though, I understand that it makes things easier for the people who are putting it on, but it's just the vibe that it gives off is not the vibe that you want as sort of this subgroup that we're pleased to be part of.
Yeah.
I mean, for a group that gets, up in arms about geeky tikis.
Oh, yeah, especially when I was like, I'm not going to call the owl a tiki mug. It's a drinking vessel,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, if you're looking for Sven's approval, like, I think he's like the ultimate guy, right? That is the ultimate purist at everything tiki, and that's good. I love him, and he and he has the right to do that. So if you're looking for that approval, then you shouldn't be doing anything like this.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Sven's going to be at that event.
Yeah, the comment section on this one's going to be entertaining. And you brought up the water consumption issues, which are very, very valid. Like, if you want to just be crushed, go look at the state of the American citrus industry because of lack of water. Like, Georgia was just, Mike, a couple years ago at Inuhele, we had someone from the Georgia citrus growers. They were talking about as the climate shifted and it got more capable of sustaining citrus fruits, they were optimistic at being able to, start having significant citrus fields in Georgia. And that is directly impacted negatively by Georgia's status as a server farm friendly state. So, and I'd hate to be trading oranges and limes for AI generated flyers.
Okay, I see yours. Do you see mine?
Yeah, I did. I was just while you were talking, not to disrespect you, Jonathan, but while we were talking, Jen and I were just seeing if we were talking about the same event,
and we're not.
We're not. So, but they both look terrible. And that would be one of those things where if institutions, that we love so much were to start using things like this, if they're cost cutting here, where else are they cost cutting?
Right. But I'm right? The one I'm talking about is AI. Because I'm pretty
looks
sure
like it
I've
to me.
Exact. I've seen that. I've seen other people.
Yeah, it is.
Exact same,
it really is.
Thing.
Yeah, it really is. The one you sent me is definitely.
Yeah, because I swear I saw somebody use it for an event in the same style for an event in California about a month ago.
Absolutely. So I think it's safe to say that an opinion of 3 Grog Night AI. When you're discussing anything Tiki, I don't know. It'd be interesting at some point to see.
I would rather you use something like Canva and have horrible copy paste and colors that don't match each other, and I'd rather it hurt my eyes, but you did it on your own, than or some horrible Photoshop than advertising an event where you're going to have a bunch of artists at and you want people to buy original art at your event, but you're not using original art to advertise your event.
Exactly. I mean, one of the reasons that I love this culture so much and this pop art culture, I'm not talking specifically about authentic Polynesian culture. I'm talking about Tiki pop, which is I feel it's a lot different. And it's unfortunately named because it implies something that it's not pretending to be. But in any case, pop art is pop art, but it also feels more authentic. And I like the movement because I like the art. I'm attracted to the aesthetic. I'm not a big drinker. I'm not just there to party and drink all the time and hang out, which is fun. But I'm there because I really, really love the aesthetic. And if you're telling me that the aesthetic is now artificial, I'm not a big fan of that. And it's something that as an artist myself, who is who goes to comic conventions, set up the table. I have one at DragonCon and everything. DragonCon specifically says that if there is AI art on my table, I will be removed from that. I cannot sell there. So yeah. So that that's something that hurts my business. So
yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's just as many people out there who disagree.
Sure, absolutely. Sure. I mean, some people might not think it's a big deal.
No. Have a grog about it.
All right, next topic. Who's next?
Jonathan.
Yeah, so I am whenever we have a bunch of people coming in town in a couple weeks, and I've been working on incorporating into the bar all the takings from the last couple events, so I've been I wanted to ask your opinion first off, or any philosophies you might have around this. One of my bugaboos is always electrical. Lamps. We have a drop ceiling in the Tiki bar that's decorated, so it's a little easier for that. But I am perpetually running rat's nests of power outlets and three-way splitters and those things. I found a couple of things that I wanted to share with y'all and with our viewers that have been really, really nice in since I'm rewiring again. Which you might not know. So one of those is power outlets now. They've started making them so they've got USB-C, USB-A, as well as regular power things. The really nice thing about the USB-C specifically is, everything, or USB-A outlets those are the square USB. Because everyone is moving to USB-C because it's faster, or USB-A because it's faster. All of the old ones, all of the cheap lights from China and where have you, all ship with the old square USB connectors. So if you've got the power strip that has a bunch of USB connectors, you can get rid of the power bricks for them. And that includes these guys. This is a 12-inch magnetic bar light, or strip light. This entire top is magnetic. So any cabinet that you have, it's extremely lightweight, aluminum everywhere else. You can snap them up into your mug display cases or under your cabinets or under your bar. Super adaptable. It's two for $12 if they're this. And they come in 3 different color tones. So you can cycle through warm and cool. They also come in black light.
Ooh.
And it is a super, super cheap answer for spotlight displays, which is why I took the trouble of showing you a power strip, because not everybody knows that they've started incorporating power strips into USB, that have the USB and A and C. Another thing I wanted to show, just in case you haven't, if you've got somewhere where wiring doesn't show, these reels come with 12-foot of orange extension cord, but you can make them as long as or short as you want. So you can size them to fit up in your drop ceiling or, back where your, under counter stuff is, and have it be just as long as you need it. And it gets rid of a lot of daisy chaining and a lot of that. And those now, since I bought that one, they also have those that have the USB plugs in them.
Wow. What kind of length are we talking about as far as one of those can handle, do you think? It's is it,
They come in 2 sizes, and I think this one's 9 or 12 feet.
Okay. Is that the larger of the two?
That's the what?
Is that the larger of the two?
No, that's the smaller of the two.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Nice. But I mean, that one, the reel is bigger than I would use like in a home bar application.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sir.
And unfortunately, they don't come in any color other than fluorescent orange.
Well, I mean.
But are there any hacks or tips or philosophies that y'all have with lighting? Jen, I know y'all were just working on a build out.
Well, I'm still learning. We just started hanging some new lights this past week. But my cheat is that my husband was an electrician for 16 years. So he's putting junction boxes everywhere in our drop ceiling. And wiring straight in. So we're not, even the things we've bought lamps that, from our artist friends that have made lamps. He's cutting the power cords off of them and wiring them straight into our junction boxes.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So
that is a luxury.
Yeah, so I was like, not everybody could do what my cheat.
So the best cheat is marry an electrician.
Or become one.
Yeah.
Or become one. Good money in being an electrician. Actually, there's a gentleman, there's a couple in Atlanta that moved to Atlanta from California, built out their entire home bar, and then their home burnt down. They had to rebuild it, which is awful and terrible. But when they did that, they went to like the entire ceiling of the Tiki bar is like 6 foot square of nested junction boxes all the way.
That's what ours is. I think we have four junction boxes throughout the ceiling.
Yeah, I unfortunately live a constant life of consolidating cords and oh, if I buy that extension outlet, then I can get rid of those 2 cords.
No, and don't get me wrong, he gave me plenty of outlets, even in my freestanding center bar that he built. I have outlets on each. I have 2 outlets on each side, so I can, for my blenders or some bar top lights. I've got, the outlet in the wall for the Galaga machine, of course. He put outlets behind. We built the SS Minnow, and it has a bar top, but it raises, and the TV hides in the boat.
Oh, nice.
So we have outlets in there. Where we're trying to figure out if the DVD player we got will work sideways, because it's too wide to fit in the boat. Because we need to be able to have Gilligan's Island play when it raises, since it's the minnow. So yeah, we need to figure that out. But we built it out of foam. So we took some inspiration from the Fugu Lounge.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It sounds like. And Jonathan, when you're talking about rat's nest, I remember the days growing up when it was literally like that scene in Christmas Story where he looks behind the Christmas tree and there's just sort of like massive wires and you just touch it and it sparks and then all the lights go out and you have to replace the fuse and everything like that. But as far as building something like this and what you guys do, I mean, it seems like if in this house, if we plug in a couple fans to cool off a room or something, or the other way around when it gets colder to have a couple of heating units to plug in, like space heaters, all of a sudden our electric bill goes up like almost by double, right? So there must be more cost effective ways as you're building these to make sure you don't have a $1,000 electric bill.
Well, you don't leave everything on.
Yeah.
We don't leave the Galaga. The Galaga is not left plugged in.
Yeah.
If I'm not entertaining in the bar, there's no need to have the arcade on.
Yeah. So and I don't have a master switch. It's like you want to go to the tiki bar area, switch on, and then everything turns on.
No, I have 4 light switches I have to turn on, and then I have to plug the Galaga in to get everything lit up.
Part of the pain in the neck of redesigning the rat's nest is, I've got a black light mode, right? But I only want the black lights to all come on at one time. Or I've got, some are standing idles or some are up lights. And I want all those things plugged in and accessible, but only like in a group. So one, I've got a hue lighting system that runs through it. And then I've got the other couple things that I usually bought on sale that are I've got 2 bulbs that are Cree and 1 bulb that's like a whiz. And so those are all app controlled. They only come on when it's, when I'm trying to make the bar look its best. Gotcha. And,
that makes sense. You said app control because I think it's my brother-in-law has his tree is like the lights are app controlled and he could do all different things with the lights depending on, what his app, he just programs in his app. So I would imagine that that's something that's doable for you guys' setups as well.
Yeah, it's kind of I have a Hue setup too. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
It is.
I don't. When I first turn the lights on, everything's just standard white, and I have to wait for the stupid app to connect through the Bluetooth to then be able to press my scenes that I have programmed, which I think is ridiculous. I don't know why it just can't save the scene and remember it and just turn on in that. That is what do they call it? A design flaw. That is a design flaw. Because it takes like 30 seconds.
And you look puzzled.
Well, I'm trying to think if I just don't notice that lag, or if I might have it set up in such a way that it's always on.
Well, it also because I only have one hue light running right now, so I haven't installed a bridge.
Oh, yeah, that
could be it.
That absolutely would be it, because I've got the bridge, and we've got that's pretty much a Father's Day or birthday or Christmas present every year, is yet more hue bulbs to like. So now they're starting to spread into the other parts of the house. I can harass my daughter up in her room and turn her lights on when it's time for her to get up in the morning. Which she hates.
I need to. We can't find a hue bulb small enough to fit in our Japanese float.
Mm-hmm.
All the bulbs we have right now are too wide. They won't fit in the hole we drilled, and we're not going to re-drill it because it's already hanging.
Sure.
So I only have one bulb installed so far. Mm. So I just haven't bothered with the bridge. I will at some point. I have it. So.
Yeah. And it's still like there's this other app that's called like Hue Animations or something that does, like, for example, one of the settings is a thunderstorm and lightning strikes and whatever, but you have to tell it which bulbs you want to be, like, whenever there's a lightning strike, set off bulb 1, 5, and 7, and whenever there's thunder, do this or do that other thing.
See, we're going old school for our lightning. We went to wait, I can probably reach this. Hold on. We went to an estate sale. A guy used to be a DJ. And wait, let me take my headphones off. So he had all the stage lighting rigs, the old school ones from like the 80s and 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 of these. And the rigs. And of course the little gels that go over them. Mm-hmm. And then I've got two programming boards, but those are all going to go up above the straw matting we have on our ceiling. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to program the boards, and those are going to be our lighting.
Oh, nice.
But we're going to replace the bulbs with LEDs because these put off an ungodly amount of heat.
Yeah.
That would catch fire. that would burn my thatch roof up. So,
but I mean, I was making that observation in service of, but it's such a headache to go get them all queued up that I don't use that app. Because I usually just don't have time to sit and blink with the lights for multiple days in a row to be like, I want the snowstorm setting to do this. But anyway.
Yeah, the most I've done is I want my lights to look like it's Northern Lights colors. Mm-hmm. So like blue and purple. Like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's really good information and something that I, didn't even consider. So, because I haven't really, I've been looking at, to be honest with you, we don't have room to build a tiki bar here, and a bar itself seems kind of like, well, we don't drink a lot. So, but I know that, for doing conventions and such and promoting Tiki Zombie in particular, my table, I wanted to have a tiki bar-ish look. So I was looking at a lot of different things on what to do and how to do that, especially in such a small space. Sometimes you have power, sometimes you don't. And so, so that was kind of tricky and kind of fun to figure out. So it can come in handy no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. So this year we're celebrating an anniversary. As I sort of hinted at earlier, it's Trader Vic's anniversary, and not Trader Vic's in and of itself, because Trader Vic's, for those people who may not know, Trader Vic's is one of the main institutions, along with I think it's fair to say Don the Beachcombers, that really is at the forefront of the initial Tiki Polynesian movement in at least in this country, and in the world in a lot of parts. So, and the first Trader Vic's opened in Oakland, California, in 1938, and that was called Hinky Dinks. And then it became Trader Vic's in I think, actually, I'm sorry,
Hinky Dink was 34. Vic's
yeah, 34, right. Hinky Dinks was 34, and then in 38 it became Trader Vic's. Yep. But it became popular, and then opened places all over the states, and then all over the world. And it just so happens that the one in Atlanta opened in April of 1976. So this will be the 50th anniversary of the Atlanta home of Trader Vic's. And if I'm not mistaken, is it the oldest one?
It is.
That's still open and around? It's one of, if not
it's
the
one
oldest,
of the,
right?
yeah, I'm not sure.
It's one of, it's definitely, it's the last one Vic himself designed.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, that should say everything. So it's very special. I feel very fortunate to have it in, quote unquote, my backyard, and have got a chance to visit, every time. But I didn't. Well, before I get into my own personal history with Trader Vic's, so as you can imagine, Trader Vic's is going to be doing a lot of fun things this year. They've already started with rum tasting experiences. They had one last weekend celebrating the 50th anniversary, and I think they're doing their normal events. They're just calling it 50th anniversary events, but they are doing something special for the grand 50th anniversary party with live music, full food spread, Mai Tais, Peachtree Punches, a commemorative swag bag, and a big, huge party on October 16th and 17th and 18th. That is going to be down here. So if you want to come down for that, I do believe that some limited passes are still available.
Only one.
Only one. Did you check that out already?
No, I'm looking at it right now. So it's a little bit misleading what they're saying, or the way it looks like on the opening page, because there's a brunch and bazaar that's going to have vendors, a DJ, the exclusive swag, food stations. So there's only 11 a.m. left for that.
Whoa.
And that is $85. There'll be a mimosa bar available for a separate purchase, and I'm guessing the other drinks are also a la carte. But that is just on the 18th. And what?
Yeah, so the 3 days, my understanding of the event is it's sort of the whole weekend, with the Friday night being open access, but just to the bar, right?
Right.
No ticket required. Saturday,
that's free admission. Yeah.
Then Saturday's the big Wahoonie ticket. And I don't know if they have any of those.
There's one left.
That's one with one left.
That is 6 p.m. They have 6 p.m. left. That is $320 per person.
Yep.
And
then Sunday is
Sorry.
And they do have, for those people who don't know, the Trader Vic's here in Atlanta, in this location, is at the base. It's at the bottom of a Hilton hotel. Has it always been a Hilton?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Vic had the deal with the Hilton, and Don had the deal with the different hotel chain.
And
Trader Vic's,
the Hilton is offering packages so that that are inclusive, including a hotel room. So,
what I've seen is $99 a night for the rooms,
which is, I mean, love that. A month earlier for Dragon Con would be nice.
Yeah. But also, I've seen some people on Reddit just being like $320 per person. That's crazy. You could go to a whole Tiki event. like Tiki Agoga or something for that. Well, you couldn't get the room that cheap, I'd point out, but also the $320 per person, that is including your food, beverage stations, a hula performance, live music, and exclusive swag. That also includes the tax and gratuity.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's not really that bad of a deal.
No, I don't think so. I mean, yes, because if you were just to go to Trader Vic's and do all that in and of itself, that's at least half that, right? So just on a normal day.
And and you won't get live music and free and swag or hula dancers.
Right.
So, but I mean, yeah, like we do our welcome home dinner every year for Dragon Con on Wednesday is at Trader Vic's. And I think we're usually at like 180 per person with our food and drinks. Once you include tip and tax.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I completely believe it. I am not in a position to take advantage of this party at this time. But Jonathan, are you doing this?
We actually are not. Well, one of us will. And part of why is we are vending on Sunday.
Okay, gotcha. So I was wondering if you were not participating in it in some way.
Yeah, Har and Clay is participating on Sunday. That's my understanding from Trader Vic's. It's interesting. Trader Vic's International is the one putting together the vending. So, that is my understanding, is that we will be vending there, and that I think it's open admission on Sunday unless you get with mimosas extra. I don't know that there's a separate ticket for Sunday.
I don't know. It's saying $85 and that mimosas are extra.
The mimosas are extra on top of that? Okay.
I could be reading it wrong.
Well, I can certainly say there's been a lot of confusion around a lot of the details on the Atlanta Tiki Revival site.
Oh, yeah. It says $85 per person with an abundance of food stations, exclusive swag, local vendors, and a DJ from 11 to 4. Mimosa bar is available for a separate purchase.
Okay. So that's an $85 ticket for Sunday.
Wow. And then taxes and gratuity are included. So it looks like you're getting food stations. You're not getting the drinks.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
But there is swag. You are getting some anniversary swag that's exclusive too. So
interesting.
Who knows what that is?
Gotcha.
You will have to report back after.
I was going to say, well, it is in October, so hopefully we can find out more information as we go on. I would love to have be able to talk to somebody from Trader Vic's here as we go on too. That would be kind of cool, just in general. But I
can say they have utterly refreshed their merch case. Y'all have both been there long enough that you remember the days, when the merch case was mostly display.
That might be where I got this mug. That's how old their case was.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've bought something while we've been at con. I usually just, because I'm on their mailing list. So when they're like, hey, 25% off or whatever, then I've typically just had it shipped instead of risking flying back with it. Although we're driving this year, so
but
who knows?
Yeah. Allison and I were there Friday, and it's packed. They've got the jade tile mugs. They've got several different limited release mugs.
Did you see the Scorpion Bowl in person?
The Scorpion Bowl was not in there.
Okay,
it was not in there.
Gotcha.
Although I have seen photos of one of those glazes is incredible. It speaks to me. It looks very like iron work. Very nice.
So, and certainly we could do, a whole episode, if not way more, on the influence of Trader Vic's in general, but specifically for us personally, I must admit, I came into the Tiki scene, as I've mentioned many times, a little bit later in my life, and So even though I've lived in Atlanta since 94, 93 is when I moved here, late 93. I didn't go into Trader Vic's to partake and eat, drink, or anything. Even though I'd been to Dragon Con several times, I had not gone through until sometime around 2010. And so yeah, my cousin and I went and had a meal and drinks and everything, and it was and we loved the atmosphere and everything like that, and it was a great time. And I will say it was not during Dragon Con that we did that. It was in the summer. Because Dragon Con Trader Vic's is a whole different beast, really, as far as I'm concerned. But to really appreciate Trader Vic's, I think it's important to go. I mean, it's fun going during Dragon Con if you can, but it's a whole. You've got Dragon Con and Trader Vic's, so you've got two experiences kind of melding together there. Whereas I think just the Trader Vic's experience alone is really fun and solid. So, Jen, I'll start with you. What was your first Trader Vic's experience like? Was it in Atlanta?
Yeah, I found it by accident in 2011. We found when there still used to be the stairway that you could walk down in the Hilton before the Hilton remodeled. And we were like, where's just the Trader Vic's signs pointing to? And then we found the staircase and walked down, and we're like, holy shit! And I think it was Thursday at con, and it was dead.
Yeah,
we were able to.
It used to be. Yep.
Yeah, we were able to walk right up to the bar, order a bunch of drinks, and then decided let's get dinner, and we're able to get a table immediately. And for about 3 years, we were able to do that. Just show up when we felt like
a secret
eating.
Area of Dragon Con.
Yeah, not anymore. Because I can tell you right now, they're already booked up for con.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
And I'm just lucky I saw the post, but because Open Table has not updated yet. So those of us who got reservations called and spoke to them on the phone.
Have you been to any other Trader Vic's besides the one in Atlanta? I have not.
I have not. Emeryville did not exist the last time I was in California. Oh no, Emeryville existed. The one at the San Jose airport didn't exist. That's where I flew in because I went to Dapper Days 1 year at Disneyland. So we were Ubering, so we just went. I mean, we went straight to the park, and then I was at Trader Sam's every day. Like we had talked about. Yeah, let's go into town and go to other tiki bars, but I was literally staying footsteps from the front door of Trader Sam's, so it just seemed silly to go drink somewhere else and pay for an Uber. But we flew into we did our transfer from San Jose. I wish that the airport location had been there because I would love to see it. And I'd love to go to one of their ones like in Japan or something.
Jonathan, have you been to more than one Trader Vic's?
I have actually. I've been to Emeryville, and I went by the pop up in DC that was there very, very briefly, which was pretty light, and I got to stare through the coming soon at the one in Las Vegas that was very like tiki modern jungle bar. Didn't last very long. The Emeryville one is interesting because it's on a marina and it's very open and airy.
Yeah, I've seen it. All the photos I've seen, I'm like, why is it so bright?
It's
because there's a lot of natural daylight coming in there.
Yeah.
Which to me is like the antithesis of a tiki bar. But I get it. You're on the coast. You want to see the water.
Yeah.
I just wish I'd known about it because, when I, way back in the day when I went to London, I did not know. And of course, now the London one is gone. And of course, the London one is iconic because of the Warren Zevon song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of made Trader Vic's iconic, period. But especially the one in London, I was just like, man, I wish I could have experienced that one. I think that's the one I more than anything. If I could go to, like, if I could take a TARDIS into the past, I would. My TARDIS would show up in Soho back in the I don't know when that was, when it opened, 60s, 70s, somewhere in there, probably, right?
Yeah. In 2001, I went through both London and Berlin with a buddy of mine, and I wasn't into Tiki yet, and so missed them both because we would have had the time and the
I was looking for cool places to go when I was in London. That's for sure. I definitely would have. I probably would have gotten into Tiki a lot earlier if I had discovered it back then. But I do think, it's pretty significant. And like I said, I think we're fortunate to have it right here in Atlanta.
We are.
Because I know, from a lot of, I've heard directly from some Tiki enthusiasts to say that sometimes people travel like across the world just to come here to go to this bar and experience it. And you better experience it, you better time it just right, because sometimes it's just not open during the week, right? It has weird hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it opens at 5.
Yeah, but they close it if the hotel occupancy is down, or if there's nobody in there at 9 o'clock. They will call it. And I dare say a fair number of the complaints you hear is when somebody travels in from out of town to go to it specifically and have a reservation and whatever, and they find out that it's closed.
If they've got a reservation online or something, then to close it seems kind of rough on the person, and I think that's a valid argument. But go ahead.
Just to slip through the cracks, definite hospitality faux pas. Somebody should call when that happens.
Absolutely. I mean, we were lucky when the first time that my cousin and I went in that summer evening, we had gotten there late. I think it was after 8, and we wanted the whole course meal and everything like that, but they were actually closing the kitchen, so we were only able to get the appetizers, which, I mean, you can dine pretty well on Trader Vic's appetizers.
No, they have some great appetizers.
Absolutely. And sometime we'll have to cover their menu and favorite foods and all that kind of stuff there. But there's so much to unpack there with Trader Vic's. But it is an iconic aspect of this movement, right?
Yeah. I've actually been trying to figure out, as we've been talking, the first time I went to Trader Vic's, because I knew when it was, but not what the event was. And I think I just figured it out. Yeah. I think it was the 30th anniversary of the opening of Trader Vic's Atlanta. Because Allison and I, sometime in 2006, went to an event that had drink specials and hula dancers and a small vendor hall, including our friend and yours, Derek Yaniger.
Derek.
And we walked down from her graduate dorm at Georgia State for one drink, except because it was 2-for-1 drinks that night. And so we went, we had 2 Mai Tais, and then we had 2 more Mai Tais, and then we decided we probably better eat something and, put in the order for food. And of course, we'll have 2 Mai Tais while we wait for the food. And somebody else ordered the Bananas Foster.
I ordered that.
Bananas Foster came in, and we were both like, yes, we have to have that.
Yep. That's what we did. We saw somebody else get it, and it was like, I want what they're having.
So that's partly why Allison and I are collectively into Tiki in the way we are. Next time you're over, Mike, I can even show you the print that we bought, because it was our first joint art purchase for that young couple.
Nice. Was it a Derek print?
It's a Derek.
Nice. Wow. Yeah. So you and Derek go way back.
Yeah. I spent years fanboying him at Dragon Con before having more substantive conversations, because it was just like, hey, sell me, sign, buy.
Absolutely. The first time I met Derek, which is weird, because knowing him now, he's just completely not like that. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be apprehensive about. He doesn't make you feel he makes you feel like he's known you his whole life, really. He's so approachable. And yet I was the same way. I was like, oh my God, can you save me? But so, well, we could talk about Derek too at some point as well.
We'll get him on here.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about this show is that, you know, we're going to do 3 topics every episode, but they're going to be different topics. And so we've got a lot of stuff that we want to cover.
And we'll also have guests occasionally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we are talking to folks about that right now. I mean, not right now, but, you know, currently. So please, if you're watching and you're listening, please reach out to us and let us know if there's something specific that you are curious about, questions, or something you'd like us to tackle, whether it's a cool, you know, celebration or thing like, you know, Trader Vic's turning 50, or it's something like might be an issue like AI. we crossed the gambit there. But I also want to mention too, speaking of people reaching out, because I thought it was very cool that we actually heard from a listener and a fan over the course of since our last episode. And I'm not sure what the date on this was, but I think it was sometime last month. Or no, it was just a couple of weeks ago, I think. But we heard from Stephen Candy, Stephen Candy Photography, and he says, I've been enjoying the first episodes of the new Tiki podcast. Looking forward to Inuhele news and future episodes. Fun and relaxed Tiki chats. Stay groggy, everyone. So he had a nice picture, too, of the 3 Grog Night design for those cups, which I imagine that you supplied, Jonathan.
Once upon a time.
We might have to bring those back.
Sure.
So great marketing tool there. So thank you, Stephen. We really do appreciate that. And hope you enjoyed this episode as well as other future ones. So, all right. Feedback is, if you want to contact us directly, 3grognight@gmail.com. There it is right there. And we are available actually on social media with the Instagram, the Facebook as well. I'm not sure if we're anywhere else at this time.
No.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah, YouTube.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, where you're watching us. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, YouTube.
So like,
please,
follow, subscribe, and break that bell.
And please, works now. You know, like, subscribe, share our podcast. Doesn't cost you anything, and we really appreciate any sort of word of mouth. I mean, this is our 4th episode, and we've got plans this year. We've got some major plans that we're going to really have fun with this year. So hopefully it's a breakout year for us, and we look forward to talking to you and chatting with you throughout the whole year to come. So anyway, I think that wraps up this episode of 3 Grog Night, unless you guys have anything. Nope.
Good.
So I guess the bar is now closed, and we'll see you in the next episode. Stay groggy, everybody.
You've been listening to 3 Grog Night, your passport to paradise. Join us next time as we pour another round of tiki stories and exotic delights. Until then, mahalo, and may your nights always be grog-worthy.